Alright, this stream showed off quite a lot of stuff, so let's get into it straight away. The Q&A section is usually the most exciting part about the Watchtower, but actually not a whole lot was answered this time around. We learnt that Green Arrow does have a hood option in his gear sets, which is whatever, that's not really big news, but what is big news is that the gear system has been an idea that NetherRealm has had for a very long time, spanning across a few of their games, and because they didn't specifically mention just Injustice 1, and because of the way they were talking about it, it sounded to me at least like they were willing to implement this into maybe a Mortal Kombat game that they were working on previously and they didn't get the time to do it, so they pushed it for Injustice 2. So I'll be curious to see if maybe Mortal Kombat 11 also has the gear system. I certainly hope it does. We learnt that gear sets exist. I think we were already aware that gear sets existed. Basically what a gear set is, instead of being an individual piece, certain number of pieces can combine together to get a certain attribute. Usually this is gameplay beneficial, but we also learnt that this can also be visually appealing as well. The Billionaire Batman set changes your batarangs to be golden. One of the sets for Captain Cold activates a freeze on block. So there's a lot of crazy effects you can get from the gear set. And if you're thinking, wow, that's crazy OP, don't worry, none of this is actually going to be in competitive play. All of this stuff is for the Multiverse game mode and, you know, matches with friends where you do decide to turn on gear. We learnt what the Regen tokens do. Regen tokens are just reroll tokens. So if you unlock a particularly appealing piece, and that piece might read, you get 20% experience, obviously that's a pretty big number, and there's probably no gear piece that actually reads that. But let's say you really like the effect, but you don't like all the stats that go along with it, you can roll a Regen token on it, and hopefully pull some better stats. But we also learnt that the Regen tokens do what I predicted, which is they will boost up whatever item you're using it on to your current level. So if you have a lower piece of gear that you unlocked at level 3, but it was a really nice piece of gear, it was an epic piece of gear, and it was really good, when you use your Regen token, it will take you up to your current level. So when you unlock your lower level gear on day 1, hold on to it, because it might be valuable later on. And basically everything else we got from the stream has been the gear sets I've been showing you throughout this entire video. I would break down all of them, but we saw so much that I don't really want to go through that. The gear system has been so impressive. And like I said, I certainly hope that NetherRealm is willing to continue to add the gear system to their future games. It's actually crazy to me to think that we're on the weekend closest to Injustice 2. We're less than 4 days away from Injustice 2, and that is actually insanity to me. Any support in this video would be appreciated. I'm gonna go to sleep now so I can get some sleep and get into a proper sleeping pattern getting ready for Injustice 2. I want to make sure my sleeping pattern is set up in a way that I'm waking up directly an hour before the release of the game, so I have as much time as possible to pump out the best content I possibly can. Anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. My name has been Bilbzy, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.